Today we are going to analyze and make out Ielts reading passage 1 to get the high score, 9 band score, and it's very real if you follow our structure and techniques. So let's get started for reading passage 1 and what you are going to do with all of that. So which skills you need to develop? Skimming. Skimming is a rapid reading technique we use to get a general idea of the topic and the content of a text. It also helps the reader to identify the structure of a passage and locate various topics within the text. To skim a text, look for the keywords and underline these and their synonyms. You know that this is the words with the same meaning. These are often repeated throughout the passage. The first sentence of a text usually indicates the main topic and the writer's focus. And remember, at the beginning of the reading text, it's very important to spend 5 minutes approximately for skimming for the main topic and the key ideas in the passage. This will help you when you answer the questions. Imagine headings. Here it is. IELTS task type focuses on understanding the main idea of each section of the text. This can be done by skimming each part of the passage and underlying keywords and parallel expressions. And remember that there are more headings than paragraphs in this type of questions. Also, the first sentence of a paragraph always is the topic sentence. Look for more details to make sure you have understood the main ideas of the paragraph, which will be reflected in the heading. And the scanning. What is that? This is the reading technique that focuses on looking for details in a text, usually to answer a specific question. If you're looking for the context of the reading passage, like who, where, when, which, words with the capital letters, dates, and numbers are particularly useful and are easy to find in the text. However, you may be looking for exact meaning and the relationship between ideas. To do this, you will focus not only the factual information but also on words that link and relate ideas, like but, and, also, despite, however, moreover, furthermore, and more other related and linked words expressions. And here it is, reading passage 1. We do have paragraphs and sections from A to F. We do have 6 questions and we do have list of headings, also why 6, but we do have just 4 questions. I mean, 4 paragraphs we need to match with our headings. So you don't need to spare your time for nothing. You need to have imperative, important things, issues. And here it is, we need to start with the B paragraph. So here it is, we need to find one of these. Actually, I have already ticked for you, and because you don't need to just spend your time for nothing. So that's why here it is, underlined and marked, highlighted sentences for yourself. So B paragraph, and we do have underlined already words like Asia and Africa. So here it is, nowhere except for 4 headings, an item comparing Asia and Africa. Let me read for you and you will understand very carefully. And contrary to popular belief, it reveals the rates of malnutrition in South Asia and almost double those in sub-Saharan Africa. So guys, first and foremost, you need to underline your keywords and understand that this will definitely will be in your headings. So here it is, very evident and obvious. You can find an answer and to get high score or your required score. It's very easily if you need to know and follow our structure and techniques. We find the problem is much more severe in South Asia than in sub-Saharan Africa. Roughly 50% of children in South Asia and undernourished as compared. You can understand compare. So this is compare information between Asia and Africa to about 25% in sub-Saharan Africa. It's very easily, you can see that. It's very obvious. Let's get started from C paragraph. And here it is. We need to cross out comparing Asia and Africa, then we need to cross out because we don't need with do anything with ACE programs. So we need to cross out this one, nutrition and child mortality. We need to cross this one as well. Then each can be second, fifth, or sixth. And here it is, fifth, a problem for rich and poor. How it is, poor countries and richest. This is our question. It's very, very easily. The report dispels the notion that malnutrition is simply a problem for the world's poor countries. Here it is very, very visible. Poor nutrition also exists elsewhere. That suggestion is not simply a question of access to food. Again, very obvious. And 26% of children in the highest income bracket in India are underweight and 65% are anemic. Everyone talks about how well India is doing in the IT industry. Imagine how much better it could do if 65% of the richest and 88% of the poorest children were not anemic. So here it is, a problem for rich and poor. Again, very amazing, very visible and evident information. Let's get forward for D paragraph. And here it is, effective programs for the very young. So program is repositioning nutrition as central to development. It says actions targeted to older children have little, if any, effect on improving nutrition. The emphasis of the any programs, you see, to combat nutrition should therefore target pregnant women and children under 2 years of age. There is actually a very, very tight window of opportunity, which is between conception through the first 2 years of life. So here it is, effective programs for the very young, under 2 years of age. Very young programs. Here it is. You can see very obvious information in italics. So let's go to the final E paragraph. And here it is, better. For sure, nutrition means a more productive country, better nutrition, more productive country. It's now time for the international community to rethink the important it places on the value of nutrition, value, better nutrition. Global community did with AIDS for more than a decade or to finally put nutrition at the center of development so that a wide range of economic and social improvements that depend on nutrition can be realized. So better nutrition means a more productive country. We need to focus on this. The international community has thought of nutrition merely as a food consumption issue or a welfare issue. Drive economic growth rather than ride on the coattails of economic growth because children who are well nourished have been shown to have much higher income potential as adults. The report makes the point that malnutrition is costing poor countries up to 3% of their yearly GDP. And with these economies of many developing countries growing at a rate of 2 to 3% annually, the report says improving nutrition, better nutrition could potentially double those rates. So first and the last sentence of the E paragraph, this is visible and evident information to take our second item of the list headings. So guys, if you have some questions or remarks, kindly ask you to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get your comments. We will be very pleasure and glad to get your comments or get your email with your request, and we will do our best to help you for free to get your IELTS band score.